Today we're going to discuss Jupiter's transit through Cancer in 2026 and what it means for Libra Ascendant. This is one of the most significant career transits in over a decade for your rising sign, but it is not a simple luck event. Jupiter rules your 3rd and 6th houses, so the professional rise comes through effort, competition and disciplined work. Let's walk through the exact timeline, the house mechanics, the major life areas affected and how to work with this energy wisely. Jupiter enters Cancer on June 2026. Cancer is the sign where Jupiter reaches its deepest exaltation. This means the planet of wisdom, expansion and protection is operating at peak strength. The transit continues until October 31 when Jupiter moves into Leo. There is an important timing detail from July 14th to August 12th. Jupiter becomes combust as it passes close to the Sun. During this window, external delivery weakens, plans may feel delayed or internalised. The transit does not stop, but it asks for patience rather than forceful action. After October 31, Jupiter enters Leo and shifts the focus toward gains and social networks. Then on December 13th, Jupiter turns retrograde. It eventually returns to Cancer on January 25th, 2027, reopening the career chapter with a more reflective tone. Think of 2026 as the main activation and 2027 as the review. For Libra rising, Cancer is the 10th house. This is the house of career, profession, public reputation, authority and social status. When Jupiter moves through your 10th house, your professional life becomes the central stage. Now, here's the key insight. Jupiter is not just any planet visiting your career house. For Libra Ascendant, Jupiter rules 2 specific houses. It rules Sagittarius, your 3rd house of courage, communication and personal initiative. And it rules Pisces, your 6th house of service, competition, debts and daily work routines. This means the career blessing does not arrive as effortless fortune. It arrives through your own effort, skill and willingness to handle pressure. You rise because you communicate well, you gain recognition because you solve problems others avoid, you earn authority because you serve effectively and compete with discipline. Jupiter also casts 3 powerful aspects from Cancer. Its 5th aspect reaches Scorpio, your 2nd house of income and speech. Its 7th aspect reaches Capricorn, your 4th house of home and property. Its 9th aspect reaches Pisces, your 6th house of work and health. This creates a chain reaction. Career growth leads to better income, improved home stability and resolution of debts or workplace conflicts. Career is the dominant theme and the strongest promise of this transit. If your natal chart and current planetary period support professional growth, this can be one of the best career windows you have experienced in 12 years. When exalted Jupiter occupies a Kendra house like the 10th, classical texts describe this as a temporary Hamza activation. This means visibility, wisdom and public credibility increase significantly. If your natal chart already supports professional rise, this transit amplifies that promise considerably. Promotions, role changes and recognition from authority figures are all possible. You may receive a higher title, a more visible position or an opportunity to lead. For those in corporate or government roles, this is a strong period for institutional advancement. For independent professionals like consultants, lawyers, doctors and advisors, your authority and client trust deepen. The transit also favours communication-heavy work since Jupiter rules your 3rd house. Activities like writing, teaching, presenting and public speaking can elevate your professional standing. Short work-related travel may increase. You may find yourself representing your team or organisation in important meetings. But there is a caution. Jupiter exalted in the 10th house can inflate confidence. The 6th house lordship warns against arrogance with colleagues. Do not overpromise publicly. Do not treat co-workers as inferior. Professional rivals can emerge if you let success go to your head. The transit rewards humility paired with competence. Money improves through career during this period. Jupiter's aspect on your 2nd house supports salary increases, better consulting fees and improved savings. The financial gain is tied to your reputation and professional skill. Speculation and gambling are not favoured. Rahu in your 5th house can tempt risky bets, but disciplined income is the safe path. Home and property also benefit. Jupiter's aspect on your 4th house can bring relocation, home renovation or vehicle upgrades. These changes often connect to career growth. A promotion may require a move. Higher income may enable a property decision. domestic comfort improves, but family members may also notice that you're busier than usual. Health requires attention. The heavy workload that accompanies career growth demands physical stamina. Watch your digestion, sleep quality, and stress levels. Saturn in your 6th house rewards consistent health routines. It does not reward heroic bursts followed by neglect. Make your health practice part of your career strategy. If you maintain discipline, this transit supports vitality alongside professional success. Saturn is transiting Pisces throughout this period, which is your 6th house. This is a critical backdrop that shapes the entire year. Saturn rules your 4th and 5th houses, making it a powerful planet for Libra Ascendant. In the 6th house, Saturn demands discipline in work, service, and daily routines. Saturn and Jupiter are both activating your 6th house during this transit. Jupiter aspects Pisces from Cancer while Saturn sits there directly. This double activation means your daily work environment becomes the engine of your career rise. You defeat competitors through stamina, you resolve debts through structured repayment, you handle workplace conflicts through patience rather than reaction. Saturn also aspects your 8th house of taxes and joint finances. It aspects your 12th house of expenses and rest, and it aspects your 3rd house of communication and effort. Every one of these areas connects to Jupiter's rulership. Saturn pressures the very houses that Jupiter governs for Libra. This creates a serious configuration where communication must be precise and documentation must be thorough. Rahu transits Aquarius, your 5th house, until December 6, 2026. This adds creative ambition and unconventional thinking to your professional life. Rahu can produce brilliant ideas and digital creativity, but it also tempts speculation, shortcuts, and attention-seeking behaviour. Use Rahu's innovation within Saturn's discipline. Ketu transits Leo, your 11th house, during the same period. This filters your social networks. Shallow friendships fall away, your ambitions become more selective. When Jupiter enters Leo after October 31, it meets Ketu in your gains house. Rewards may come, but they arrive with a sense of detachment or a shift in what you truly value. The transit unfolds through distinct nakshatra phases, each with its own character. When Jupiter first enters Cancer, it passes through Punarvasu. This nakshatra carries themes of return and restoration. Paused career conversations or professional opportunities from earlier in the year may reopen during this phase. The strongest window arrives when Jupiter enters Pushya around June 18th. Pushya is one of the most auspicious nakshatras, deeply connected to nourishment and the teacher principle. The period from June 18th to July 13th is the cleanest window for interviews, promotions, launches, and major professional commitments. Use this time for your most important career moves. The combustion period from July 14th to August 12th requires patience. Avoid impulsive job changes, rushed business launches, or major public commitments during these weeks. Use the time for planning and internal preparation instead. After combustion ends, Jupiter moves through Ashlesha from mid-August through October. Ashlesha brings a sharper, more strategic energy. This phase favours complex negotiations, legal matters, research, and psychologically demanding professional work. The period around September 18th to October 30 is especially intense, as Mars joins Jupiter in Cancer. This can bring high-pressure projects or conflicts with authority that ultimately resolve in your favour if handled with maturity. The strongest results come when your current planetary period activates career-related houses. Jupiter Dasha or sub-period brings the most direct experience. Moon Dasha is also powerful since the moon rules Cancer. If you have planets placed in Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio or Capricorn in your birth chart, their periods can trigger significant events during this transit. Remember that no transit overrides your natal chart. This overview applies to Libra Ascendant broadly. Your individual experience depends on your unique birth details and current planetary periods. The period after December 6 is also worth noting. On that date, the lunar nodes shift. Rahu moves to Capricorn in your 4th house. Ketu moves to Cancer in your 10th house. This sets up 2027 as a year where you question whether the status you gained in 2026 is truly meaningful. The career rise of this year plants the seed. The next year asks whether the harvest is worth gathering. The core message is this: Jupiter's exaltation in your 10th house opens a rare professional doorway. but the blessing comes dressed as work. Show up with discipline, communicate with clarity, handle pressure with patience. Let your career growth come through service and skill rather than shortcuts. The chair is being offered, whether you sit in it wisely depends on you.